Hegemony. Hegemony, as I use the term, means dominant sway. An ideology like liberalism or Marxism may become hegemonic to the extent that it comes to have a predominant influence in a particular time or place. Not that it dominates other ways of seeing or feeling or thinking, but that it holds sway over alternatives in such a way that it is difficult for other ideas to be heard and gain credibility. So a good example of this is the role of science in society, and science as the vehicle toward finding truth. For the last few hundred years, science and its methods, empirical methods, has become hegemonic in this way. It's the dominant sway of how the world is understood and how we can know what is real in the world. And if you believe, for example, that if you don't believe that evolution is caused by or is the product of natural selection in the way that Darwin said, that we're all adapting to external conditions and those who adapt the best are the ones who survive, but you believe that may be partly true, but it's also true that there's a spirit in nature and that spirit is evolving toward love and toward oneness. Well, even to speak that way in today's world is hard to do without seeming ridiculous or silly or crazy. If you say, well, I don't agree with Darwin, I think the world is evolving toward a greater sense of oneness and mutuality of all organisms and love, or something along those lines. Unless you're in a religious setting where this is sort of permitted, it's not taken seriously. So hegemony is the rule of a sort of way of thinking that comes to be taken for granted as common sense and that everybody knows. And that therefore, when ideas are hegemonic, it tends to subordinate other ideas that may be true, but they can't really get into the conversation because they're marginalized by the hegemonic or dominant or idea system with dominant sway.